Hello, Scorpios. Welcome back to the channel. If you're brand new here and you like the vibe, please like it, hit the like button, thumbs up, subscribe, hit your notification bell because then you'll get those videos right away. You won't have to be hunting around and wasting time. So with no further ado, Scorpios, let's go ahead and start with your June 1st to the 15th tarot reading. You have a lot of fives, so that means imminent change, especially if you pulled a five in your basis or foundation for the reading, which you have with the Five of Wands here. This is incredible amounts of competition. But Scorpios, I know many Scorpios, and you thrive under competition. Um, you can actually channel grace during competition. With the Five of Swords here, you're crossed by the Five of Coins. I told you, lots of fives. You've pulled 3 5 cards, and they were all contiguous, meaning one right after another. I was just like amazed. That means, if you didn't know, 5 is the number of change. So this looks like change is imminent. I hope that's good news for you, Scorpios. For those people that are a little bit feeling like they're not challenged enough, then that is good news. Okay, so the Five of Swords is crossed by the Five of Coins card here. The Five of Swords card is that card that comes up when there's a person who's not taking everybody's vantage point in consideration. So they're going ahead and participating in a manner that is kind of self-serving. And at what cost? There's a question mark after that. For what? Yeah, you won the battle, but are you going to win the war? So it's like picking your battles. I guess that's not a good word, but that's, yeah. So people understand that. So it's finishing something now that you've begun, but then it's not ethical. So, knowing that it's not ethical, that you're going to create karma, maybe you shouldn't continue forth. You're also crossed by, but that's, maybe that's me being judgmental. Anyway, I'm just a joke. Let's just keep it light. These tarot cards, they just reflect life, its ups and downs. So right now, this is what you're experiencing, Scorpios. With the Five of Coins crossing you, this is where you want to make sure that you have a little bit of pin some money somewhere because you need a little extra money hidden away, or also you're feeling left out in some respects. Maybe you feel like you've been punished even. So with the Ten of Coins reversed in your now position, this is you having some family problems, upheavals in regards to money. And then with the Awakening card, that's you taking a time out for rest and relaxation, and or meditation practice where you go within to find your answers. This is, or things aren't gelling out so the way that you wanted to, so you had to take a time out where not much is going on. With the Page of Cups in the near future in regards to your it looks like here in regards to love, you might receive bad news in regards to love. So that's a little challenging there for you. With the Nine of Wands in your strengthened situation, looks like you're going to be extremely busy. You got a lot going on, a lot on your plate. So it's time to delegate if at all possible. And then with the Balance card, this is the environment that surrounds you. You're striking a balance. You're being temperate. These are people that are actually tolerant, a balance in all things. So this could be that you're overeating or overdoing something, over imbibing, over being excessively something, either overeating or you're being childlike, so you're over your expectations about something aren't neutral, aren't doesn't reflect reality. So you're being overindulgent maybe in some way. With the Sun card reversed, this indicates your hopes and fears. It's going to be successful. Your ventures will be successful, but it's just delayed success. And then the Knight of Wands in its reverse position. So with the upright card, the Knight of Wands is somebody who has a lot of energy, is delightful. But when it's in its, it means that you don't. Either you're impatient. You're impatient. That's what that is. Too impatient. So that kind of is going with that indulgent energy. So I'm going to pull one of these cards as a clarification card for your 2 weeks. People like this. It kind of adds some levity, or it's like your tarot card is the suspense in the movie, and then you can't keep people there, so then you make a joke. This is, the levity being, let's see what we got. It's like rolling the dice, having some fun, like going to the carnival and seeing if you're lucky. Or first 2 weeks of June, Scorpios. Wow, very well. Kind of slippery cards. 3, and then 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 4, and then up. This could be the one. Scorpios. This could be the one. It says you've already met the romantic partners you seek. This could be the one. Scorpios. Okay. So that's pretty straightforward card. I don't know how clear that could get. This could be the one. So you are lucky. Okay. So let's have the Supreme Being chime in, give us a little bit more additional information in regards to these first 2 weeks of June. Okay. Would you like to say that in a joke? I'm giving you an opportunity to deliver that a little bit more. Okay. Okay, so I get to be the happy messenger. Oh boy. Supreme Being says that Scorpio have tremendous amounts of strength. And he's pointing to the electronic devices, and he's saying, and fast food, and the way our society is organized or set up. Predominantly, people are validated or rewarded for taking the easiest route. So he's basically saying, don't take, just because you have an easy road, maybe it's the road less traveled, that's the better choice. Okay, thanks for, okay, so anything else, Supreme Being, but could we, okay. And as always, it's always good to remember who the source is, because this gives us a direction. This gives us direction. When we remember who the source is, then we remember which side we're playing. It's like you got the football and you're running down, towards the goal line, and you're about ready to score a touchdown. You have to remember which team you're on sometimes. So maybe a favorite TV show. Who's wearing the white hats? Who's the good guy? So which side are you on? So it's like, remember who the source is, Scorpios. And and the Supreme Being says, ask for help, Scorpios. This is something you can do, and it's not playing the football game where you have to hide in order to psych out your opponents. You have to hide what you're going to do next, because this is like one of those lessons about being vulnerable even. So the Supreme Being goes, could you please ask for help? And in doing so, part of that is remembering who the source is, because by asking for help from an unseen source, then in some respect you're validating that there is an unseen source. So that's kind of it's a life lesson, or for at least for these 2 weeks, Scorpio. And not all Scorpios need this kind of direction, but some do. So we're gonna and I heard that the ones who don't need this kind of direction will understand why these directions are being handed out candidly. Okay, and then anything else you want to say to the cheap seats, or? I don't. So it's always a few that, like, I'm probably preaching to the choir here, so I can laughingly say that. I'm probably preaching to the choir. If you're probably listening to this video, you probably don't need to hear what those other kind of Scorpios need to hear. Anyway, so I hope this has been at least entertaining. Hope you got something out of it. Until next time, I'm wishing you so much light and love. Bye-bye, Scorpios.